Here's your 5-minute secret to happiness. Stay tuned. Hey, Scott Haug here. Happiness is all about the idea of perspective. Happiness and unhappiness is not something you're going to attain. It's really important. A lot of people say that's all I want in life is happiness. That's all I want to be. It's joyful. But it's not something you attain in years from now, months from now. It's something that you have to choose right now in perspective. Happiness is an emotion, which means it's a vibrational level. So feeling and vibration are the same. So when I'm talking about feeling unhappy, what I'm really saying is my vibration is really at a low level right now. And vibration or feeling is induced by thought. So in simple form, what I'm saying here is when I'm saying I'm unhappy, what I'm saying is my thoughts are unhappy thoughts. In today's video, we're going to be talking about some things around happiness. Now I get it. I've worked with a lot of students and I've lived my life as well, knowing that life is not always happy. Life is not always in a sunshine and rainbows. In fact, there's a lot of challenges that come with life forever, because that's the part of growing here in this life, growing here on this earth while we're in this life form. But happiness is not something you go and chase and get. So when I'm having unhappy thoughts, what I'm probably thinking about is, why me? Why is this happening to me? Why can't I get something better? I'm working 3 jobs, I have 3 kids, I'm trying to sustain my family. Can't I just get some help? Right? Or I feel so unworthy. Or why did that person do that? That broke my heart. They're hurting me. They're making me feel so painful inside. Right? So these unhappy thoughts and stories are creating a story about our reality. And we don't have to be there. We don't have to be in that limited spot. We don't have to be in a spot where we're choosing those unhappy stories. Now, it's really hard to actually accept that. And I know I've been there as well, because our stories seem so real. The story that's going on is, what I mean is the mental chatter that's going on seems real. It seems true, right? So if somebody's doing something to us, it does feel like they're doing something to me. I don't like it. That's not okay. And I need to do something about it. And that may be a very real thing. But the way we're thinking about the situation is causing us to feel chronically unhappy. The way we're seeing things. So I want to tell you today, if you don't know already, you probably already know, but this is a gentle reminder to you, that the thought is going to create the happiness, not change in scenario in your life. We've all done it before. We've gotten a better job, or we started in business and there was a sale that came through, or we got that new person into our life, or we got new friends, or the family members started to finally change. And it was like we were happy for a moment. But then after that happiness wore off, it went back to our normal life, right? We've all been there as well when we buy something, buy a vehicle, buy something at the mall, buy some new clothes, buy a new pair of shoes, buy a new electronic, and it feels like a high. And then we get back and we might have buyer's remorse and say, you know what? I don't know if I really even care for this thing. I just spent a bunch of money I probably didn't need to spend, but it made me feel happy in the moment, right? So what we're talking about here is that's not sustainable. What we're talking about here is we're trying to fill a need, right? When we're buying something out of whim, out of excitement, and then come back and then we say, oh man, I'm on the opposite side. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to buy this thing anymore, or I want to bring this back, right? What we're really saying is, again, I was stuck in story. I was stuck in the way I was looking at the world. And that's why I thought this thing would cure my happiness. I thought finally, once I get that thing, I'd finally have the happiness. So you don't have to be where you are. And that's really important to remember. What we want to do from here is start choosing better thoughts. We live in a duality where there's a left and a right, there's an up and a down, there's a black and a white, always. There can never be a black without a white. It's not possible in this duality world that we have in planet Earth. So what we want to start saying is, if I can think the bad thoughts, I can think the good thoughts. If I can think the unhappy thoughts, I can think the happy thoughts. If I can think the disempowerment, I can think the empowerment. So what I want you to start doing and thinking about is writing a list of 10 happy thoughts, 10 things you find happiness in, not the things you don't have yet. So for example, you might say, I find happiness when I'm around my family and we're all enjoying whatever we're doing, playing a game, being outside, whatever that is. I find happiness when I walk outside and I feel the sunlight on my face. It feels warm, it feels good. I find happiness when I'm walking in nature and present and peaceful. I find happiness when, keep filling in the blank 10 times. Now, these are outside forces. So again, we're going to need to go even higher in the evolving process of happiness. But this will give you a start. Finding happiness where you already are is really important. It's like finding gratitude for the things you already have. Same idea, right? But this time it's going to be for happiness. Find the things that already make you happy in your life now. Once you start this practice, you're already starting to change the chronic stuck thoughts in your head. Remember what we talked about at the start of the video. Thoughts create the feelings. Feelings and vibration are the same. Okay, so when I'm saying I want to be happy, what I'm saying is I want to be in a better vibration. I want to have better thoughts. Now, if you want to go beyond this, what we do is find happiness only within ourselves. That's really important. This is going beyond just thinking about day-to-day physical things making us happy or joyful or in love or any of that. What we need to do is find the happiness within ourselves. And this is an advanced thought if you're ready for it. This goes beyond the usual day-to-day self-help, personal development. What it is fill in this statement. Once I finally am connected to this, I'm going to finally feel this. Okay? So once I finally have the money, I'll feel happy. Once I finally have the project go through and the deal and the opportunity come in, I'll finally feel rich and prosperous. Once I have some good things happen in my life, I'll finally feel relief and feel like this stuff works. So you fill in that blank. That's the disempowering statement. Then you're going to rewrite it and say, once I'm connected to Source, God, universe, higher power, whatever you call the thing, I'll finally feel happy. So we change our definition. Once I am connected to higher source, once I'm connected to the real me, once I'm connected to the higher power, I will finally feel happy. So we've redefined our happiness based on being connected to something higher than ourselves, not just something in our physical, not trying to get something to make us happy, not trying to have life circumstances change to make us happy. This is hard. It's challenging if you're not used to it. This is a pretty advanced technique, pretty advanced level of conscious thinking that we're talking about. But if you can nail this, then you will always find happiness no matter where you're at. You always find happiness in the things that are and the things that are coming. You always find happiness in the element of goodness wherever you are on earth as well. No matter if you're home, no matter if you're somewhere else, really, really important. So again, all starts in your thinking. This is just 5 minutes a day that you can do. 5 minutes of connecting to you, or if you want to do the middle exercise there, 5 minutes of finding a list of things that you can already find make you happy today. I promise if you can get this, you can start allowing yourself within to really be there and guided. You're going to feel happier, you're going to feel more joyful, you're just going to feel lifted spirit. And isn't that the name of the game? Isn't that what we want out of life? Just feeling lifted, feeling better, feeling more plentiful about our life force and about where we're going. Okay? Scott Haug signing off here. Try this exercise out 5 minutes a day. And if you want any help with this, I work with all my students in our energetics program. Link in the description below for our energetics program, where I mentor you one-on-one, go real deep with you, and get a next level quantum leap in 12 months or less. And then also, if you're on a budget and you want something for free, we also got our school community below. I want you to be a part of our community. Okay? We'll give you some free content, we'll give you some free guidance and support on your journey. All right? I'll see you over in the next video real soon.